So in the previous video, we learned how to create a normal form, and we place it in an HTML page. And there are different ways to render it. You can render it as a table, you can render it as a paragraphed element, and you can render it as a UL. This is the UL part here. Okay? So now you will notice that the only thing you are seeing in your form is the form fields. So to configure it now, you now go and do the editing at the top by saying F form, okay, create a form tag, give it an action. The action we'll talk about it later. For now we're not talking about it. Then the next thing is your method, which is the most important aspect of the form. The method, method is equal to, you have to specify post. That's the most important thing there. Your action is important too, but it's not as important as that method. So with this now, we now close the form, but you can't just close the form without a submit button. So you say input type equals to submit, then you give it a value, any value you like you can put. Now this is another area where you can customize your form. So you can do something like this, is equal to, okay, btn or button text, text. Alright, before we continue, let me just explain what this means, because if you run this code like this, it will give you an error. Oh no, it won't give you, this one won't give you an error. /form. So first of all, let's put the word submit form here, and then let's look at what it looks like. Okay, let's put submit here, submit form. Let's just say submit form. Good. Let's save and refresh and see what it looks like. Then I will now move to the next level. So look at, remember this place, submit form, right? Submit. Is what? No, don't click on any button yet. Just check out what you are seeing. What are you seeing? The form. Does it have submit button? Yes. Okay, good, that's nice. Let's move up a bit. And quickly do one or two things. Let's come over here and say in this place we'll put something like this, like a bold tag, and then say user form. This is the title of our form, right? So we'll give it a closing bold tag /bold. Alright? So you can save, and then you see all these parameters before I go to the next level. So we're learning how to customize the form. Okay? So normally, everything your form does is what? The inner section. But we want to see how we can use this on a different level. So the first thing we're going to do now, are we together? Does everybody in the class understand how we arrive at this position? Yes. Everybody, principal.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got here?
Yes, sir.
You know what this thing does?
Yes. I read this, sir.
Eh?
I read it.
Yeah. You know what all these other things?
Yes,
How we got it? Beautiful. We're on point. Alright, let's now do one or two things. The first thing we're going to do here, we're going to change this user form to this. Please look up. 1212. We're going to call it form title. Here. We're going to say form title. Can we see that? Then we're going to come to this submit button section, and we're going to change this from what it is to what? We're going to say submit text or button text. So I want you to remember those two things that we wrote there, form title and button text. So at the top you have this funny thing, form title, and here you have button text. Are we together? So now let's pay attention. What we're going to do, we're going to go into the views. Okay? Are we together? Let's go into our views now. Okay? We're going into the views. Okay? So let's open the views. This is the views. Principal, this is the views. Can you see the views? Okay? Have you seen the views? Are we together here on these views? So what I want to do, I want you to pay attention. So watch what I'm going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do here is this. I'm going to say dt is equal to user form. The second thing that we're going to do here, create another variable. We'll call it bt, dt. So this one is going to be, please just try to understand what I'm doing. Submit. You can guess what I'm going to do next with the two things I just did. Can you guess? What's the name of the first something at the top? Yeah. Form title is equal to dt, comma, the second one, the button, what did I call it? You remember that this is a dictionary of key value pairs, right? So for the young chap that was asking question, so you see why, I'm not looking at this, the board, look at the board. So I can see why I'm using it, BT. Alright, with these new modifications, you can now, let me explain it before you now run what you want to run. So basically, I created a variable here. It's a string. I created another one here. It's a string, right? And then I passed them as button text, which already is in the template, and the other one, form title, which already is in the template. So I pass this to dt and bt as values for each of them, just as when I passed the form, and then I sent it. So you go ahead and do that, and let's see the result. I can do something like this. Are we there?
So template.
Template error. Syntax error. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, you are still using it? No, yeah, I use it, no problem. I said, no problem. I just wanted to see the problem myself. So I have to do something that I use no profit of truth. That's why I went there. Is it done? You saw the error. Are you being invited to Abuja to come and solve server for that? So you will pay flight tickets. Or if you come and FUC format. But we didn't write it. You wrote it. I wrote it. You have paid flight tickets for FUC format. Okay.
Me too.
Okay, let's get right into it. So what I'm about to show you is called, you understand Bootstrap very well, so you know that the concept of frameworks is being able to use one thing to do the same thing over and over again. So it follows that this form that we created is for posting comments, but perhaps maybe I wanted another form to do something else. So the first thing I will have done is simply Control V, that same function, I just duplicated it, and then I said this one is message form, so this will send message, MSG. Now in this message form I would like to create another form called MSG. That's all that does. Okay, so basically I have a form for comment and I have a form for sending message, but I don't need to type all those things I typed before. All I need is to say here, I just change the title, send your message, so it's a different this thing, and here I'll just change it to send message. And then you remember I created a send a message form, right? So I need to come in my field here and create something called MSG form. So I'm simply going to control copy and then come over here and control V, and then I'm going to scroll down like this and then come over here and simply say MSG. So in this MSG, every message has a from field, so this is the from field, FROM. So so remember what I said about keywords in Python. From is a keyword, I can't use it there, so I'll just say MSG from. We'll say, so here we just say from email. And you have error. I'm blocking screen. Enter from email, okay? And then this one, enter to email, enter to email or destination email, destination email, and then type your message here. Type message. Type in your message. Then this is going to be message. So message. Oh, suppose let's change. Let me just do from email, not from email. Make it easier. From email, and then this one will be to email. To email. So with this new stuff, I can now save. All right, save it here.
So
sorry,
review.
I'm coming. Let me just save this. Save, and then we'll go into the view.
Let me check it.
Have you seen this?
Really shaking it.
So what we have is the same thing. Okay. So now the only thing that is left is the link that we're going to confirm. So the new link is send message. Okay, and it's going to relate with which function? That second function I created. Do you understand? But you know we're still using the same template. We're still using the same blank HTML page. Do you understand? Okay? Should I finish it for you? You can finish it. My views. So here. So what we just have is from email, to email, and message. So here we have the message form. The only difference between the message form and the comment form is what? Nothing, just the text inside. That's all. And then the name of the function. That's the only different thing there. So I can use that one page for any type of form I want in my entire website. Are we there? So in the links, okay, in your URL, you will just create a URL called send message or send email or something. Just call it send message. And then the name of the form will be message form. You can even name it message form, and then send message. The name of the URL will be send message, but the name of the view that will process the URL will be message form. That's the only thing you need to do. Let me show you. So can you all see this now? You see this? It's the same thing. Press it. The same thing with that one. No difference. So if I want to use this, you know that the only thing that will be different is the title there, and the text that will appear on the bottom will be different. But it's the same user form. So to configure it, we simply go to the URL. Where is that? This place. No, not this one. This one. So you see that the first one was what? User form. So the second one, I will simply say message form. Wow, what a day. Is it full yet?
Yes, sir. Fast full, sir.
Hold on. Oh, I was supposed to. No, and I'm talking into it. Sorry. Message form, and then here we'll change it to what? MSG. And in this place, just this part, we'll just change it to what? Message form. MESSAGE. That's all.
User app,
yeah, these are the links in the user app.
Okay. Message form.
So you can now type in your URL message form and see the result. See the kind of form you're going to get. You understand? This is what we did in the first time. A singular template to achieve as much as you want. All you have to do is change the functions that are handling that template. Then you need to put the right placeholders there. So one last thing before we go home. So you notice that the text area, there's something I didn't put there, so I want to show you. Text usually have what they call attribute. In your comment area, in the original something, we use something called widgets. What is a widget? So what a widget does is that it changes the property of that element. Okay, so now we know the general character field, email field, and all those fields. But how do you now give your form extra features? So we talk about widgets. Widgets attach, they give your form fields more definition. So like in that message section, we can use the widget form.text area. That's one widget. But there are many widgets. Another example is the date widget. Okay, you have the date widget. Then if you want to create select button and checkbox and radio button, all those also have their different form fields. So what we'll do is, I just wanted to introduce you to them. We'll talk about widgets in the next class. We can't talk about it today. The second thing is that this form, you can't submit it. It's just like that. So we'll talk about how to submit your form. There are two ways to submit your form. There is the manual way, there is the automated way. So we're going to look at both ways of submitting your form. So the manual way, you have to configure by yourself. So maybe in the Riders app, whenever the user registers, you want to give them a unique identity number, which is auto-generated by some form of algorithm that you wrote. At that point, whenever people are submitting, you will need to intercept the data, use maybe the names or the email or something, generate something, and log it into another database table. So that whenever delivery is being done, then the user can use their code, the auto-generated code that is for them on their own dashboard, to confirm the reception of the order. Okay? Any other examples? No. So for those of you who talk about APIs and all those API things, one of the APIs I said I would discuss is the message API. So I usually use this in all my applications. Usually, because not everybody can access email address, but everybody has a phone. So most of my apps usually use what they call SMS confirmation. When I write an app, I use SMS confirmation. So it confirms you by your phone. So if you are in the farm, or if you are a market woman that came to buy tickets or something, what you need is a confirmation code in your phone. So when you get to a terminal or during the process of transaction, the app normally sends you that. Is my password there? No, it's not. So you don't know it. So you can't use it. So this is an API that is used by this company.